my week 3 NFL game picks. Last week I went 6-9, which was terrible. It was just lots of upsets and teams you wouldn't expect to win ended up winning. First game here, Broncos against Dolphins. Broncos on the road. I expect the Dolphins to win this game comfortably. Dolphins looked very good so far to start the year, and the Broncos they look lost. After blowing a 23-6 lead last week against the rebuilding Commanders team at home, and now they're on the road in Miami, I just don't see a scenario where they win this game. The Dolphins should win this game comfortably. Bills against Commanders. Bills on the road. Bills should win this game. They're coming off a great win against the Raiders after they scored 38 points. I expect the Bills to win this game comfortably against a rebuilding Commanders team. Saints on the road in Green Bay against the Packers. Saints should win this game, but I could see an upset. It's Lambeau. I couldn't pick an upset last week, but I still think the Saints win this game. It should be a close game between Derek Carr and Jordan Love, but I think the Saints defense should do enough that they win this game. Falcons against the Lions. Falcons on the road. I think the Lions should win this game. They're at home. This is a rebuilding Falcons team as well. They did look good against the Packers. I'll give them credit there, but Lions, they still look very good. They're coming off a tough loss in Seattle with a questionable walk-off touchdown on a missed holding call. But I expect the Lions to win this game. Now on to the Colts against the Ravens. Colts on the road with Gardner Minshew. Colts starter Anthony Richardson got hurt last week and is now in concussion protocol, so Gardner Minshew has to step in for the injured Anthony Richardson. But I expect the Ravens to win this game. They're at home. Colts are on their backup quarterback. I don't see a scenario how they lose this game. They are dealing with some injuries. I believe Odell Beckham's out of this game. There's some other Ravens players, but they still should be able to win this game. Titans on the road against the Browns. I think the Titans get an upset win here. Browns I don't know how they're going to do without Nick Chubb. Deshaun Watson hasn't impressed me so far this season, and now that he doesn't have Nick Chubb, but this is going to be a tough game for the Browns to be able to try and win, even though they're at home. I'm going to pick the Titans here. Now on to the Texans against the Jaguars. Texans on the road. I think this is another one. Jacksonville should win this game. Texans haven't impressed me. C.J. Stroud hasn't impressed me much this year. I think the Jaguars just win this game. They look like the better team. At home. I just don't see a scenario where they lose this game. Patriots versus the Jets. Patriots on the road. I'm going to pick the Jets here. It's a little bit of a surprising pick, maybe for some. I think the Jets defense should shut down the Patriots offense like they did last year when they played in, I think, Week 11, Week 12. But they won off of Marcus Jones punt return walk-off touchdown. But I expect the Jets to win this one. Who knows how Zach Wilson will do, but I just think the Jets defense should do enough to win this game. Chargers against the Vikings. Chargers on the road in this game. I'm gonna pick the Vikings. They get their first win. Chargers fall to 0-3. This should be a high-scoring game with Minnesota's bad defense and also the Chargers, who don't have a great defense. But I'm gonna pick the Vikings. I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game. Chargers on the road. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up game, but I'm gonna pick the Vikings. Panthers against the Seahawks. I'm gonna pick the Panthers on the road. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks. Bryce Young hasn't done too much to impress me as well. I think the Seahawks are just a better team. They looked great on the road against Detroit after a tough Week 1 loss against the Rams. They looked much better like the 2022 team we saw last year. So I'm going to pick the Seahawks. I think they do enough offensively. that they win this game. Cowboys against the Cardinals. Cowboys on the road. The Cowboys look great so far this year. Losing Trayvon Diggs is a big loss, but again, I expect them to win this game comfortably. And this is a Cardinals team that has actually looked better offensively than I expected with Josh Dobbs, their starting quarterback. But I expect the Cowboys to win this game. They're just the far better team. Bears versus Chiefs. Bears on the road going into Arrowhead. Bears have looked terrible this year. Once again, this is another game. I just don't see a scenario where they win this game. Chiefs should win this game comfortably by 2 or 3 scores. Raiders against Steelers on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to pick the Raiders here. I think this will be a very close game. Could come down to a final possession. But might be a little bit biased as I'm a Raiders fan, but I think they get a bounce-back win after a tough loss against the Bills, and it's their home opener. Now, this graphic did not include the 2 Monday Night Football games, which is the Eagles against the Buccaneers. But I'm going to pick the Eagles. They're on the road in Tampa, but I'm going to pick the Eagles. I think they win this game pretty comfortably. They've looked great offensively. And, I think the Eagles get a comfortable win in Tampa. Also, the other Monday Night Football game, Rams against the Bengals. This game's kind of tough to pick because Joe Burrow is questionable at the moment I'm recording this. And I don't know if he's going to play. He's obviously doesn't look like the same quarterback we've seen due to the injury he sustained in training camp. But I'm going to pick the Bengals. The Rams wide receiver who's been balling out, Puka Nacua, I think. He's also questionable, and I don't think any chance the Rams have of winning this game, they need him to play. And I'm going to pick the Bengals, but again, if Burrow gets ruled out, I would probably pick the Rams. But since I'm just going to guess he's going to play, and I'm going to pick them to win this game.